things that we need to embrace. And today we're going to be talking about embracing therapy, something that is very, very crucial and important in our lives. So, of course, if you want to chime into the conversation, here's a number: 0719038963. Today, I've got a counselor in the building. I love this one because I'm one guy who would champion for therapy. Gaza King.
Yeah.
I'm that kind of a person who somebody tells me I'm going through this. I'm like, have you thought of, like seeking therapy and stuff? So I love this particular conversation because it's going to be reiterating everything that I tell people, and then shed some light on that as well. So welcome Marianne Wairimu, who of course is a counselor. Marianne is a counselor for 4 years. You've been a counselor for 3 years now. Next is going to be 4 years.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting. So let's go right into it. In the simplest terms, how would you define therapy?
Okay. First and foremost, thank you for having me here.
You're welcome.
Such a good experience.
Yes.
Therapy. I believe layman's, we have somebody saying that, you know what, asini Kuonda Kuongea too.
Yeah.
So therapy is not just Kuonda na Kuongea too. Therapy is all about having a sit down with a professional, dealing on mental issues, on how can I change this behavior. This is what is going on in my life. This is what is bothering me. So therapy is all about now the nitty-gritties of these are my issues. How can I go through them?
Yes.
Now, especially having a professional in it. So,
Yes.
si kuongea peke yake.
Si kuongea
Because
peke.
I believe like, at times you have calls are like, suka muongea na mtoto wangu, and I'm like, kwani unalipisha kuongea na mtu? And it's not all about that because there's a lot entailed.
Okay,
and that is
I
why
love
we have
that.
various types of therapies.
So the key things here is professional has got to be involved.
A professional
in
has
therapy.
to be involved, yes.
All right. So now let's talk about types of therapy. We've defined it. What are some of these types that we need to be aware of?
We have various. We have like something we call marriage and family therapy by itself.
Okay.
For marriage couples or couples therapy, or, in this family we're having a crisis, so we need a family therapy. There's individual therapy. This is not for me. This is I as an individual. I'm seeking treatment. I'm seeking therapy to just deal with my issues, not as a family, not as anything else, just me.
Yes.
There's a lot of therapies like CBT. CBT is something I call cognitive behavioral therapy.
Right.
This is a therapy of I need to change my thinking.
Okay.
I need to change my behavior.
Right.
So that's why we have a special, because there's somebody who's a cognitive behavioral therapist as a standalone.
Okay.
So all of them, it's all about thinking. It's all about your behavior. They're behavior therapists or behavior. Just an interesting concept, So it goes back to behavior.
Okay.
I need to change my behavior, my gambling behavior, my addiction. I need to change this. This is the behavior bothering me. I think I need this behavior therapy.
Right.
So now that's an individual kind of psychotherapy.
Fantastic. I love the breaking down. It's just fantastic. It's, eye-opening. So today, basically the conversation is around embracing therapy on various things. You could be having, challenges with getting along with your mom, your dad. You fell out on something and you feel like, you know what, we need to sit down with a professional, get to talk this thing out, get advice, get professional help. Or probably you're there with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you're wondering how are we not loving each other the way we used to? You're with your husband, you just recently got married, but you're like, is this a bad decision? Did I make a horrible decision? Do I need to, go back kwa soko, do nianze tena? You feel me? So what in your line of duty, your experience, your years of experience, how would you say the embracing is from on a scale of 1 to 10, the embracing of therapy in Kenya?
In Kenya, I'll say it at a 6. At a 6 for women.
At a 6 for women. Okay.
Women.
What about men?
Men they're coming. Let me say they're coming. It's at a 4. They're coming. They're trying though.
They are trying.
They're trying though.
Are you pleased with the overall improvement over the years, especially by men?
Okay, I think one thing I can quote is something, the APA is something I call American Psychiatric Association.
Okay.
This particular board has been able to embrace and show us that the millennials, 35% are, especially the young couples, the young people are seeking therapy. That is 35% at the moment.
Yes.
But now the Gen Zs, they have improved. It's at 37%.
Oh, wonderful.
So there's an increase of 2%, not just in Kenya, but also in the world.
In the world.
Because we have reached a point where we are tired of going back to drinking. We have seen our parents. We have seen let me say we have seen their nakedness in terms of they went to drink, they did this, they beat us, there was domestic violence, there was all of that. And at the here and now in our generation, I don't think we want to do that anymore.
Right.
So people are quite embracing therapy.
They are embracing. And from just your tone, 6 for women, 4 for men, what is holding them back? What is this reason that is making them not seek professional help if need be?
I think the first thing is stigma. Because somebody be like, hey, I thought I'm a pro. I thought I my self-esteem, there are these people who they were successful. So you can imagine I got an A.
Yes.
I am a doctor.
Right.
And now my relationship is not working.
Okay.
So how will I be viewed as a doctor whose relationship is not working? I am a business person. I have deals.
Yes.
They're coming in.
Yes.
How will I explain that my wife isn't listening to me?
Oh, yes.
I'm governing a board of people. I'm an MCA. I am this. How will I go out and say, you know what? I can't handle my wife or I can't handle my husband. I think it's not working.
Or even my
out.
children.
My children aren't listening to me. I don't know. Kwani parenting ya kitambo ya viboko ili, it is not working now.
It's not working, exactly.
So there's a lot of stigma around that. And I'm not talking about stigma from other people now. I'm talking about stigma within self. How will they see me? You see, that is the problem we have. It is not the external locus of evaluation. That, yes. But at the moment with self, it's how will they view me?
Okay.
Will they belittle me?
Yes.
How will I feel as an individual that I'm going to seek therapy because my wife and I are not agreement? I thought in this relationship, you were called this in your motto.
Yes.
There's that youngest couple in town.
Yes.
Couple goals. Hey,
Yes.
Now, will you go and say that it's not working out after near?
Right. So of course, when they're also seeking therapy, they're going to do it secretively. It's not something they would openly talk about.
Yes.
My wife and I had this thing going on, and we decided we're going to seek professional help. That's interesting. So of course, if you have questions, 0719038963, this is your chance. Throw in, your thoughts on this as well at Nation FMKE on X. Where can we find you in your socials so we can also engage you while we are having the conversation?
At IG, you can find me at Committee Miriam, FB Miriam Committee.
Okay.
Twitter Miriam Committee.
Yes. Fantastic. So we're going to go into some Soul Provider in just a bit. Gazake is going to take a little break, all right? And then he's going to come back